I want to be clear about something. This is not a good deal for them. It's not a good deal for the ISO.
New at 11, the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra CEO is talking to RTV6 about what he calls a misunderstanding between the musicians and management. Last night, we told you how the players have been furloughed for a second time. They also lost their health insurance at the beginning of this month. Our Cornelius Hawker reports how those benefits got dropped is where the two sides disagree.
It's not correct to say that we cut them off in terms of health insurance.
Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra CEO James Johnson says the musicians lost their health insurance because that's what was in the agreement they signed.
It's a written agreement. It was negotiated in good faith, approved by the musicians and their attorney, and then voted on by the musicians.
Roger Rowe, an ISO musician for 25 years, disagrees.
If the management is somehow saying that we voted to cut off our own health care or that we voluntarily gave up health care during a global health crisis, I don't know anyone in the country, in the world, who would do that.
Roger tells me he was in all the negotiation meetings and that was never something to which they agreed. James says they had every intention to continue paying for the players to have health insurance.
When the option was put on the table to them, they said, no, we want to be paid that sum in the form of cash payments in lieu of accepting and continuing our health insurance.
The Symphony's endowment was brought up as a possible solution, but James explains the endowment is at a historic low, even though the ISO Foundation has been giving more than what's standard for the last 2 decades. So dipping into that was something the trustees declined to do.
They felt that they had to take a stand and say that this year is not the year, particularly when the economy is so uncertain, to reduce that endowment even further by making an additional gift to the orchestra.
It's a tough situation for all parties involved, and everyone is wanting a positive resolution going forward.
All we want to do is to be able to have talks with the management about how the orchestra comes back safely and in September, and that's all we're after. There's no ulterior motive.
It is my hope that we can come together very soon and make a plan that will serve not only the needs of our musicians, but very importantly, will serve the needs of our community during this time of this pandemic.
Working for you, Cornelius Hawker, RTV6.
Well, Johnson says the ISO endowment provides annual support to the Symphony, helping them with operation expenses. The Symphony did send a request to their musicians today to start negotiations on July 13th for the 2020-2021 season. Many people may remember financial problems led to a contract dispute with musicians in 2012, leading to canceled concerts.